Hello, everybody. All right, now look over here. This is isomer of heptane, okay? Uh, Easy way is this, that you draw the isomer and you keep on naming the isomers of heptane, and that's how you learn how to name and draw all together. Okay, so first of all, if we draw the main chain over here, okay, what we'll do is that we'll draw the 7 carbons over here and then we'll place hydrogens around it, okay? So you see, one carbon has 4 bonds, so one bond is already drawn over here. So you can place 3 bonds over here. And alternatively, you can also write H3 over here. Okay. So you write H2 here, H2 here, H2 here, H2 here, H2 here, and H3 here. Why H2 here? Because it already had 2 bonds over here. So out of 4, if 2 bonds are already there, so you will write H2 over here. Got this? Okay. Now, in order to draw the isomer, okay, what do we do is this, that we reduce the main chain to, let's say, 6 carbon, okay? Yeah, so this is 6 carbon over here. And then the 7th carbon that we have not drawn over here in the main chain, you cannot place it on the first carbon or on the last carbon, okay? Rather, you place it, let's say, over here. Now, it can be drawn down or up, no problem, okay? Now look over here. Each carbon can have 4 bonds. So one bond is already over here. So 3 is left. So we'll write H3 over here. One bond is already over here. So we'll write H3 here. 3 bonds is already over here. So we will write simply just one H here. 2 bonds are already over here. So we'll write 2H over here. Okay. So like that, we'll keep on doing this. Okay. Now, in order to name this, we would have to first of all analyze the main chain. Okay, the main chain is the one which is the longest chain. Now, if we look over here, this is the main chain over here because this is having the maximum numbers of carbon in it. Yeah. So we have, by the way, two options to number. Okay, we can number in this direction or we can also number in this direction. Okay, so what do we do is this, that we look at the branch methyl group over here. You see one carbon only, so it is called as methyl. If it was 2 carbons, so it would be called ethyl. Okay, and if it was side chain was 3 carbon, so it would be propyl. Okay, so you see over here the methyl group is on the second carbon. You see either we can pick the second or fifth number, so we would go for the smaller number and we would delete the chain of numbers that we wrote above. Okay, now how will we name it? Look, first of all, we'll write name of the main chain. Okay, it is 6 carbon, so hex, and it is all single bond, so ane. Okay, on the second carbon we have methyl group, so we will write 2 methyl. Got this, everybody? Now, you see over here, I did not place any gap over here. I just wrote directly methyl hexane, and in between the number and the alphabet, I placed a dash over here. Okay. Now, in order to uh, write the other isomer, okay, what do I do is I reduce it to, let's say, now 5 carbon. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and now what do I do is uh in order to draw the isomer, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2 carbons I can draw. So I draw one here and one here. Again, I will place hydrogens accordingly. One bond is already there and each carbon can form 4 bonds, so we will write 3 here, right? Okay, over here only 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3. Yeah. Okay. Now, first of all, we'll identify the main chain. Over here, this is the main chain over here, right? Okay. Now, what is the name of the main chain over here? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is pentane. Okay. Now, I can number this way and I can also number this way. Now the branch is 2 and 3, and if I go in this direction, this is 3 and 4. So I will go for this chain and I will delete the upper chain over here, right? Okay. And now how it would be named? Look over here. We have one methyl group on the second carbon. We have other methyl group on the third carbon. So it would be named as 2,3 dash dimethyl pentane. Got this, everybody? Now what we'll do is that we'll reduce the main chain to 4 carbon. Yeah. Okay, we reduced it to 4 carbon, and now we have 4, 5, 6, 7. So 3 carbons less from the main chain. So we can draw over here. We can draw collectively like this, okay? And we can draw over here 1 carbon over here like this, okay? So then we'll place the hydrogens around it. This is 3 here. This is H here. H2, H3, H3, H over here. And this is H3 over here, right? So the main chain. You see, if I do this, okay, the main chain will become actually this chain, yeah? So it will actually remain to be pentane, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this would be known as pentane again. Okay, and then I can say that on the 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. So I will actually go for this one. So this and this is actually identical. Okay, because you see, we always go for the main chain, which is the longest chain of carbon. Okay, now people, what do we do is that we have other option as well. That is, we draw 4 carbons over here, okay, and we write 1 carbon over here, one at top, other at the bottom, and then we write 1 carbon over here, okay, and then we place hydrogens around it, okay. Okay, so this is 3, this is H, this is 3. Okay, now what do we do is this, first of all, we pick up the main chain, okay? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 4, you know the main chain for sure, yeah? Even if I go in this direction, this is like 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 100% butane, okay? And then if I number, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So methyl has more priority over the 2 methyl groups that we have over here, okay? So how do we number it? We number it like that. We have 2 comma. You see, okay, before the 2 comma thing, okay? See over here. There are three methyl groups over here, right? Okay. So we name it as trimethyl, okay? Then on the second carbon, we have 1 methyl group, so we'll write 2 here. Then on this methyl group is on the third carbon, we write 3 here. Then this methyl group is on the third carbon, so we write another 3 here. And that's how the name, it gets 2, 3, 3, trimethyl butane. Got this, everybody? Then, wait. Okay, now you see over here, everybody, what do you do is this, you pick up the main chain. Now you see, if it was just a plain alkane, okay, you would have picked up this one because it has 6 carbons in it. Yeah, so it is automatically the longest, right? But the thing is, if double bond is there, then we have to make it sure that double bond or triple bond compounds, okay, they get to be involved in the main chain, okay? So you see over here, the main chain is then like this over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we choose for this one, this is 5 carbon, right? Okay. Then if we go for this one over here, okay, then it is how many carbons? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 carbons, right? Okay. So we will then pick up this one to be the main chain. We will number it. Double bond always get the smaller number, okay? So we'll start numbering from here only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Then we'll name the main chain. Okay. So we can name it as hex 1-ene, or we can also call it 1-hexene. Okay. Either way, it's good. Then you see over here, this one over here is known as ethyl. This one over here is known as methyl. Okay. This one over here as known as methyl again. Okay. So you see, on the second carbon, we have ethyl group. Okay. So we will write 2-ethyl. Okay. Then on the fourth carbon, we have 2 methyl groups over here. So we will write over here dimethyl. Okay. Number and the alphabets would be separated by the dash. Okay. And then we'll write over here 4, 4 dimethyl. Why 4, 4? Because on the fourth carbon, we have 2 methyl groups present. Okay, so it's like as if, you're telling address of a compound over here. Are you all getting it? Okay, all the best, everybody. That is it for today. Take care. Bye bye.